Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yogam. Know the secret of the secrets. Sloka number 11. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Avajananti Mam Mudhaha Manushim Tanumashritam Param Bhavamajanantaha Mama Bhuta Maheshwaram. Lord Shri Krishna, from the 4th shloka onwards up to the 10th shloka, Arupa Ishvara Lakshanam, the nature of the formless God, that is described by the Lord Himself in 7 subheadings. So one is the Avyakta Arupa Ishvara Brahman is Avyaktaha. The first point he highlighted is Avyaktaha. Second point is Sarvagataha. Third is Sarvadharaha. Then Asangaha, Nirvikaraha. Then finally Akarta Abhokta. So these are the 7 points highlighted by the Lord. Then in the 11th shloka, then why everybody is not able to recognize this truth? Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swabhavam Sarvajantunam Atmanam Api Kim Na Jananti. Even though Shuddha Mukta Buddha Swarupam in everybody's, in every living being, the Lord present, the fact, truth is present, but still why everybody is not able to recognize? The reason told in this 11th verse. The suffering and the struggle of every human being is because of depending on the anatma, which is unpredictable and unsustainable, uncontrollable. Uncontrollable, unsustainable, unpredictable. We are all depending on that anatma, therefore the suffering. But instead of that, if we turn your attention towards the reality or the actual, the truth, then the suffering will disappear. This is the only cause for the human suffering and the struggle. When we see the scenes on the screen, when we see the scenes on the screen, we forget the screen, but we'll see the only sceneries. So what? Why have to remember the screen? By remembering the screen, what I will get? By remembering the only screen, no one say, I am watching the screen. Only the screen of the TV. Anybody says anytime like that? But they see the sceneries and they get entertainment. Entertainment. So use this Namarupa Prapancha, the Prakriti's expression, as the entertainment. But don't depend on it, don't take it that is as the permanent. For entertainment it is okay, but don't depend on it. So we have to depend for our complete happiness, security and peace only on the reality, only on the substratum. But many don't know this, don't understand also. Those who are, that people who are not able to understand, Bhagavan explained in the 11th verse, which we have already completed. Because of their moodhatvam, the foolishness, they were neglecting me. Avajananti, they don't know me, but more than that, they are insulting me. They are not, they are neglecting me, and because of that, they are losing me. Shankara uses the word ahataha. They are losing me. They are missing me. But I am very much available. But what to do, they were not saying. Who are all they? Varakaha, this word again used by Bhashyakarar. Varakaha means pitiable, poor in thinking, unfortunate, mandabhagyaha. They were all mandabhagyaha. In Guru Gita last class, we saw Bhagavan Shiva telling that who is not able to see the real nature of the Guru, they were unfortunate people, mandabhagyaha, abhagyaha. So same way here, that is the reason. And they look at me only, my avatara. I also came into this world by taking the body and lived along with everybody in midst of everybody. Manushim tanum ashritam. When I take the mayas, that shariram, but they don't know. They think that I am also born as like one person, one particular time. And these foolish people, they don't know my param bhavam. Param bhavam means, this param word in Kathopanishad very importantly explained, discussed. We can give three meanings for it. That param bhavam, one is closer than the closest, pratyak. Then subtler than the subtlest, sukshmati sukshmam. Supreme than the supreme most. So three meanings we can give this param bhavam. What is my param bhavam? I am the sustainer, I am the creator, sustainer and everything. I am Sarva Bhuta Maheshwaram. such a me they were not able to recognize. Every individual think that he himself separate. Even though he is living in this samashti universe world, but his mind is not expanding and able to associate him along with the totality. If that he is able to do, then he will recognize me. So after saying this in the 11th Sloka, Bhagavan wants to, the reason they behave like this, they were not able to understand. I will explain to you little more. What is their character? What is their lot? How they live? What is their nature? So 12th Shloka, Bhagavan expanding the same thought, talking about this Mudhaha Avajananti. Let us read. Have you read the 11th Shloka today now? Right. 12th Shloka. Moghasha mogha karmanaha mogha gnana vichetasaha rakshasi masurim chaiva prakrutim mohinim shritaha. Who are they? The problem for the samsara is actually, this is the reason. They were avajananti mudaha, and this is their character. One is vichetasaha. I will take the words from different place so we can connect it correctly. Vichetasaha, vigata vivekaha. They have no discrimination. They are not able to discriminate what is the screen and what is the scene. And they don't know, without the screen they cannot see the scenes. So vigata vivekaha and indiscriminate people they were. They do discrimination in the relative world, in Vyavahara, in so many cases. They will do a tough mathematics and discriminate and variables and all do. They will do computer work very well and they get a good appreciation and lot of salary, money, everything they get. But when it comes to the what is the cause of their unhappiness, dissatisfaction, suffering, misery, problem, or the greed for the more and more desire, why all these things? They won't discriminate. The reason is only not depending on the truth, the Lord, depending on the world and their own equipment. Just now, as I told you, you use the equipment, you see this world, Prakriti, entertainment is there, variety is there, novelty is there, beauty is there, entertainment, keep it for entertainment. But don't take it as a permanent, and that is going to give you everything. And that will leave you in misery. It will push you into the pit, you will fall. So, avivekinaha vichetasaha, then Mogha Gnanaha. This mogha, not moha, mogha means useless, worthless. Nishphala Gnanaha. Shankara says, it won't give any permanent result or the permanent solution. So they are intelligent, but their intellect is not is going to yield the permanent results. They suffer because of their own intelligence. They suffer because of their own mind. Therefore, their knowledge, whatever field, whatever they have, that all is the worthless and useless, mogha. But they depend on that. Mogha gnanaha. First of all, why? Because their search for happiness, for their peace and security is all the time on the outside, on the objects or the people. So, lack of discrimination, their intellect cannot go further beyond the relativity. They don't know what is absolute, there is a fact, there is a truth, there is something higher and which is supporting this entire thing. So they cannot think that, they cannot go beyond the relativity. So therefore, their intellect also only for the vyavahara and the relative. That much they get lot of success and achievements in the vyavaharika prapancha, mogha gnanaha. And because of that, their ambitions, mogha ashaha, that mogha word Bhagavan using continuously 3 times. And their desires are also useless and futile. How much either ihaloka benefit or paraloka benefit, everything is temporary only. It is not going to be with you permanently. Then again you have to struggle for your peace, happiness, security. So, useless, futile desires, because they are anityam, whatever they strive through different their actions. So, because of this lack of discrimination, so they cannot have the right knowledge. Because of that, their desires are all moha ashaha. Everything pertains to the only relative and anityam. Therefore, what they will do? Moha karmanaha. They perform only that useless actions. So, any relative action in the relative world, that may be a Vaidika karma or Laukika karma, Loka Veda Vyapara Nyasaha. Narada Bhakti Sutra says, if you want real bhakti, and you must give up Loka Veda Vyapara also, he says. Because they only tempt you to get some luxuries and comforts here, or you may try and struggle for in the next janma or next world, other world. But how long? As long as you have the punyam, the currency punyam, you will get. One day it will get exhaust, definitely. So, moha karmanaha, all their actions are also only, they do everything with the identification of the body. Dehatma bhava. Shankara writes that Agnihotra Vaishwadevam, this kind of Vaidika karmas also give only Ashashvata Phalam. If you are working for the Ashashvata Phalam, your karma, your action is useless only, Mogha Karmanaha. See how this entire cycle, in 4 words, Bhagavan told about these people who are, Bhagavan is going to give title to them. This Vichetasaha Mogha Gnanaha, Mogha Ashaha, Mogha Karmanaha. We can call them, they were all deluded by, possessed by what? Mohinim, Rakshasim, Asurim, Prakritim, Ashritaha. They take refuge at this Rakshasa. Rakshasim, Asurim, Prakritim, Mohinim. See how many? This is a Asuri Prakriti, Rakshasi Prakriti. And what? It will dilutes you more and more. But they opt for that. They are choosing that. They are taking shelter at that Ashritaha, depending on that. We know already the meaning of these Rakshasas and the Asuras. To say generally together, because I will explain the meaning of that word also. Okay, Rakshasi, Swamiji gives differently. You read that in a reverse way. Rakshasa, Sakshara. Sakshara means who is having the education. Sa Akshara. But why you are reading that as a Rakshasa? He is a educated fool, educated illiterate. Unless otherwise the Rakshasas, according to Puranas, if they don't know the Shastra, Ravana knows the lot of Shastra. He is a Veda Adhyanam, Vedadhyayi. And many Rakshasas, they know the power of the mantra, how to do the mantra, they know the tapas, they know the lokas, they know the gods and their positions and everything. They are well studied, well read. But Sakshara, but Rakshasa behavior. That education, that studies, not allowing to shed his ego, creating more and more greediness. Therefore, they are Rakshasas. Asuras, Asushu Ramante iti Asuraha, who is always engaged in the sensual pleasures, craving for the sensual pleasures. So, these Asura Gunam or the Rakshasa Gunam. Now, when we used these words, those days maybe Lord said just like that, because that time Kamsa is a Rakshasa, Jarasandha, we all call them. But now how that word will be applied and in what sense we can take it? All Dehatmavadinaha. Dehatmavadinaha in brackets, Charvakas, Lokayatas, which we discussed in the Brihadaranyaka recently. Materialistic people. Now, when the words are used, familiar words, then we will come to know. We are all coming into that category. Materialistic people, Bhautikavadis, body is important, care of the body is important. That's why go for the different care centers. They won't care for you. They care for only money. They collect lot of money and they say that we take care of your everything. No one can take care of anything. It goes in its own way. So this educated, illiterate swabhavam. Now, who are all doing more atrocities in this world presently? Committing the crimes, are they cheating and manipulating, playing politics, are going for as the Naxals or the terrorists? All are educated people. Educated. We don't know the present terrorists that much educated, but I know, I came to know, maybe you also. The Naxals, they were all double graduates, postgraduates. Even I know doctors from medical college, suddenly they will go and join in Naxals. In my native place near to my district, I know a lot of stories of. Even where I studied that college, from there also some are they namesake they study there, but they work for their sake. They pay. They are called paid workers. For what? For Naxalism and that kind of people. Well read, girls and boys. How much equally gents are there in the Naxals group, that much women are there. See what a perverted mind. You cannot say that for the cause of the good and everybody like that, for the sake of God, we'll kill the people. It's not a religion. It cannot be accepted. So this Asura, Guna, and they are, but what to say there? And their life is only eat, drink and enjoy. How much you can earn, how much you can spend in your luxuries, like that. Kathopanishad says, these people are just sasyamiva martyaha pachyate sasyamiva jayate punaha. Just like as a blade of grass, they bought, and the blade of grass crushed any time, even wind comes, it will just go and stuck into the mud. If rain comes, gone. Is it like that? Human life is just born and died. For what? There is no any purpose, there is no any value, glory of human body. So this Asuri, Asusuramante, then what is their language? Shankara writes in Bhashyam, Sanskritam words, Chindi, Bhiddi, all kind of words. And Tamil, if I say it will be nice. Kull, Adi, Kuttu, Kudi. I have to say in English also. Cut, destroy, loot, cheat, take away, burn. What is happening? Right now, you look at the today's news or yesterday's news, in how many places, how many things are happening. If you see their profile, who are committing individual crime or community crime, individual crime. A tech killed her girlfriend in Bangalore. News will come like that. Techie. Why? What happened to the techie? Because the technology is too advanced. Cutted the body into 20 pieces and kept in the fridge. Every day, hundreds and hundreds of things are happening in and around. So, now the present most materialistic people who is not ready to listen to the scriptures are taking the Lord as their refuge. They never surrender to the Lord. And if at all they have the bhakti, that is the only cheating, hypocrisy in their bhakti. This is the way the people. So, this is the reason for their own suffering, nobody else. That is what Lord wants to highlight here. Then Shankara refers even about them in Ishavashopanishad, Asurya namate lokaha andhena tamasa vrutaha tagamste pretyabhigachanti eke jat atmahano janaha. They are the real suiciders. They are killing themselves. They are a divine by nature Atma. Atmahanaha, Asurya, Rakshasa, Namate Lokaha, they will go to such a world. It is not a world somewhere. Here, wherever they born, in any animal body or even in human body also, he will be tortured and he will torture the others also. This is the lot of them. Then, the next shloka, as usual, Bhagavan Krishna's the method of teaching is in most of the places, whenever he talks something about the negative aspect, and immediately will bring the contra, the positive aspect. We saw already in many places. Because unless you speak simultaneously about the both, you don't know the difference, contrast. If I write on the blackboard with the black coal, you can't see anything. Or if I write on whiteboard with the white chalk, you can't see anything. But when I write with the white chalk on the blackboard, it is so visible. Like that, the contra picture. Now from this 13th shloka onwards up to 19th shloka, Bhagavan telling about the devotee. Don't forget this middle shatkam from 7th chapter to 12th chapter twained with bhakti and the jnanam. You have to appreciate and see that how Bhagavan, because we cannot separate it. You cannot separate it. Let us read the 13th shloka. Mahatmanastu mam partha Daivim prakriti mashritaha Bhajantyananya manasaha Gnatva bhutadimam avyayam. From here, the few shlokas, if we compare with the 7th chapter teaching, it's almost similar. As we know that 7th chapter is Bhagavan talking about the higher knowledge and the Gnana Vijnana Yogam. In between just that Kramamukti diversion has come. So Bhagavan again jumped into this 9th chapter, again the reality and the truth and everything. The devotion plus mixed with the Gnanam. So the same ideas we can see there also. One by one, every word we will see, very important. Mahatmanaha. Now, on the other side, hey Partha, Arjuna, see these Mahatmanaha, broad-minded people. I am giving different meanings. Not Kshudrachittaha. Shankara gives that word. Kshudra means alpam. Not alpachittaha, Shudrachittaha. But Vishala Hrudaya. For this there is one Subhashita, no? To say how much the broad-mindedness. Ayam nija paro veti ganana laghu chetasam. The small, petty-minded, thinking people, Kshudra chittaha, laghu chetasam, narrow-minded. What they see? This is mine, that is not mine. They see differences everywhere. On account of everything, they see the differences. This is truth, nizam, or this is mine, and para, that is not. So, this is mine, that is not mine. Like this, the difference who see, they are narrow-minded people. But in Vyavahara, that is only, sir, my cell phone is my cell phone and your cell phone is your cell phone. We are not talking about the materials, sir. Okay? And my wife is my wife and your wife is your wife only, no, sir. That is okay when you talk at the Laukika language. But what Shastra telling is, because of this difference, seeing the difference in everything, then you are negating and you are separated from yourself from the totality. Then what will happen? Your ahankara is strengthened. Your mamakara is strengthened. Then naturally, because of the ahankara, mamakara, you will become a more selfish person and more self-oriented, narrow-minded person. And because of that, you do any crime, anything, you may go any extent. Your comfort, your this thing. Then you will neglect the family, you will neglect the society, nation, everything. And then on account of even damaging many things, but my work should be done. That means the character which we discussed just now above. But here, of contra we are talking. Broad-minded. So, I am nija paro veti, ganana, who counts in this way, ganana laghu chetasa. But udara charita namtu vasudhaiva kutumbakam. For a broad-minded people, their understanding is the entire world is one family. They are called Mahatmanaha. So this land is land of Mahatmas. This land is the land of the Rishis. Okay. Then what they do? These Mahatmanaha, Daivim Prakritim Ashritaha. Prakriti, Para Prakriti, Apara Prakriti. So Daivim Prakriti means my essential nature is the divine which is supporting this entire creation, everything. They depend on it, they recognize it, they try to realize that, they try to merge with that. Ashritaha. There also they are Asurim, Rakshasim, Mohinim, Swabhava Ashritaha. Here Daivim Prakritim Ashritaha Mahatmanaha. Now here Shankara highlights that what do you mean by Daivim Prakritim Ashritaha means I given one meaning depending on the god Daivim. No. Daivim Prakriti means Shama, Dama, Daya Shraddhadi Lakshanam. In who they surrender, they take refuge at the S. These gunas I must have. I must imbibe with these gunas. Shama, Dama, all lots of things are told already Bhagavan. Here Shankara reminds. But Bhagavan kept in one word, Daivim Prakriti. Daivasura Sampat Vibhaga Yogam. in 16th chapter later we are going to see clearly the two contra pictures of the devilish nature and the divine nature. So Mahatma means should have the self-control, mind control, senses control, and daya, karuna, kshama. Then shraddha. Shankara adds that word shraddha. Worthy to remember the Shankara's definition here about the shraddha according to Viveka Chudamani. शास्त्रस्य गुरुवाक्यस्य सत्यबुद्ध्यावधारणा सा श्रद्धा कथिता सद्भिः यया वस्तूपलभ्यते. शास्त्रस्य गुरुवाक्यस्य सत्यबुद्ध्यावधारणा. That is true. What my Guru says, Shastra says, that is true. Even I may not able to understand. Presently, I may not able to comprehend, but still, I accept that is the truth. Satya Buddhyavadharana. That is called Shraddha by the great people, because of which, in course of time, the Satyam will be revealed to them. Yaya Vastu Upalabhyate. Because of which Shraddha, finally they achieve their goal. They realize the truth. They realize the God. They realize the Brahman. So Daivim Prakritim Ashritaha Mahatmanaha and Bhajanti Ananya Manasaha. Or Ananya Manasaha we can bring first. These Ananya Manasaha, Mahatmanaha, Daivi Prakritim Ashritaha. What is Ananya Manasaha? Narada Bhakti Sutra gives a very beautiful definition. Anyashrayanam Tyagaha Ananyata. Not depending on any other thing than the God. That is called Ananyata. Anya Ashrayanam Tyagaha. Putreshana, Vitteshana, Lokeshana. Anything. I am not depending on anything except the Lord. For everything I depend on the Lord. I revere and respect His words, His teachings. Whatever may happen, according to my prarabdha, any ups and downs may happen, but still I never leave, shake. My faith is not shaken. Anyashrayanam Tyagaha. When we explain this from the angle of the devotion, the single pointed devotion, Ekanta Bhakti. So we should not change our Ishta Devata, or we should not go for shopping of the Lord. We should not blame Him on any account. Because of our Kashta Sukha Dukkha, never blame the Lord. But generally, devotees who are all not having the knowledge about the God, they blame, they shout, they cry in front of the Lord and complain. What happened to you? Since how many years I am worshipping to you? Why you did like this? You are not able to hear? Kaadu kekaliya? Nan kuvi kuptittrikene. Then Lord will say, I am also kuvi kuptittrikene. Gita classic poetiyani. Have you heard my Gita class? I am also telling. But you are complaining on me. Ananya Manasaha. That is what gopis bhakti, that is what many Meera, any devotee's devotion, Ananya Bhakti. That's why Bhagavan promised Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ejanam Pariupasate Tesham Nityabhyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. How can I leave you when you depend on me? In the world, anybody can leave you your hand. Leave your hand means what? Your parents also will go after some time. Your husband or your wife will also go. While living, they may go. Really, they may depart and go. Children. So don't depend on anybody. And I'm always here to do a favor to you. Then why you are not able to understand? Ananya manasaha bhajanti. This bhaj word also from three aspects, three angles we have to take. Through the body, through the speech and through the mind. Next sloka, actually that three differences Bhagavan himself is going to tell. But here itself, bhajanti. Kayika vachika manasika. Manasa vacha karmana. They will surrender to me, whatever they do. Who am I? How they understood me about Bhuta Adim Avyayam Mam Gnatva. Bhuta Adim means from the Panchabhutas onwards, for all of them, the Moolam, Adi, I am the source of this entire Namarupa Prapancha with my own Prakriti, Maya. So, Bhuta Adim. Adi means here not etc. etc. word. Moolam, beginning. And I am Avyayam. I never get reduced or I never lose my status. I never become small or less. My glory is always like that. Avyayam Bhuta Adim Mam Gnatva. By knowing, after knowing this about me, these Mahatmanaha, Daivim Prakritim Ashritaha, Ananya Manasaha, Bhajanti. That is the Anvayam. Now, after that, how they do the bhajana? Katam upasate? If you get that doubt, yes, I will explain to you further in 14th shloka. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dhrudavrataha namasyantascha mam bhaktya namasyantascha mam nityayukta upasate. Worthy of memorizing the slokas, very beautiful. Katham upasate? They will worship me in this way. First of all, they are very much convinced. Therefore, they were dhridavrataha. They are very firm. Very firm. Anything may happen. I may lose, I may gain, but my faith on my Lord, my faith on my Guru or the scriptures never loses, never becomes weak. Dhridavrataha. This is a very powerful word in the Upanishads also, Dhridavrataha. They are very much committed. Many people are sincere, but they were not committed to the cause. Only sincerity is not enough, but you should commit, decide. Decide. You do not keep on postpone. I will start to be like this later. There is one episode just to enumerate this idea, imaginary. One big bumblebee which takes the honey from, or honeybee or bumblebee, went and sat on the lotus flower. Lotus flower will have lot of honey and big flower, and then started drinking the honey, and by the time evening sunset happened, then slowly the lotus flower got closed. It got stuck up inside. One way this story they say that's end, but I am extending the story that inside one day the bee, okay, tomorrow again sunrise will happen, again lotus will open, then I will fly, then I will go to the other flower. Like this it is started dreaming and imagining and slept cozily inside. But you know, by the time even sunrise not happened or the lotus flower has not bloomed, one elephant came into that pond and plucked with the trunk that flower and played here and there and hit it on the floor and crushed with the leg. In both the ways this story is very giving the moral. These people, human being, still time is there. Now I am not very old. No any problem now. Why to study Gita, why to understand this Vedanta and all that. I will do later, I will do later. I will start my sincere involvement later. Still many responsibilities are there. After completing all that, I will listen, I will attend. Like this one type of people. But some are like this, they drowned in the sensual pleasures and worldly things, family, children, grandchildren, this, that, then engagements coming, going and all that. Aha, who, everything is going. Suddenly one day Yamadharmaraja comes and takes us. I told Yamadharmaraja's sister is Jara in Guru Gita class or somewhere. Jara, he sends the sister, Jara, you old age, you just make him to be alert. But here, youngsters are also like that, elders are also like that, retired people are also like that. What you do after 60 retired, what you are doing at home? Why your mind say that go and listen to Bhagavad Gita, there is something like that? Very difficult to get that. Bahunam janmanamante manushyanam sahasreshu dhrudavrataha. For this, one or two examples if you want to give, Swamiji says about the Buddha. When Buddha, he went for forest and he wants to know what is the remedy for this pain, relief. Because he saw the three types of pain, Vyadhi, Jara, Marana. Then immediately Parama Vairagyan came and went as a monk. But truth is not known. Then he's become restless and doing tapas and meditation, sitting here. How much strongly he sat means, if body, if alive, let it alive. Unless otherwise I realize the truth, I won't get up. Shariram va patayatu, patayami, karyam va sadhayami. Let me the body get destroyed, or I may achieve the, become successful. Such a strong dhrida vrataha. Even Prahalada or Dhruva, when they were committed to that cause, how much they were sincere. Lived. Nachiketa. As afraid of going to the Yamaloka? Why we are afraid of the facing the Yama? Death. Before Yama death comes, you must smilingly say that, very good. This is your duty. This is not my property. You take it away. I am already renounced this body. I am not afraid of the death. Because I have no any relation with this body. Then where is the question of death for me? I recognized my essential nature. This should be the knowledge. How it will come? Only by knowledge, not by anything else. Therefore, dhridavrataha. Then they do kirtayantaha. So everything, first we have to say namasyantaha. Bodily, they were doing all the things. Namaskaram means everything will come here. All kinds of puja, archana, abhishekam, namaskaram, namasyantaha at the body level. Then kirtayantaha at the vachika speech level. And then upasate at the mind level. So manasa vasha karmana, they were completely dedicated to me, surrendered to me. But their vyavaharika, materialistic life will continue. But they see every action, whatever they do, it is an action offered to the God. Any result comes, they take that as the prasada. So for them, Shubha, Ashubha, all are belong to the God only. I need not interfere or make any big nuisance about it. So in this way, for that we must become totally something going away. Where you will go away? Wherever you go away, your mind is with you. Let the people be there. All are the form of the God only. Whether they are good or bad, the good and badness is only because of their this physical, this mental swabhava. But by nature, Atma, this is a kind of drama and a transaction is going on. It is only temporary for some years. Then I will just watch it. So with this attitude, where are you, with whom you are, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all inner climate of the mind. But you must remember this and live. Then apply it in the day-to-day every incident. Then that is the real spiritual sadhana. Spiritual sadhana is not a specific something in some time to do. This Shravanam, keep on listening and updating ourselves and living up to that, up to the mark. Therefore, here, in this way, they were yatataha. They are yatataha. For this yatataha word, I will take from the Shankara's Bhashya because it's very beautiful. Yatataha. Bhagavan writes here, Indriya upasamhara shama dama daya ahimsadi lakshanaihi dharmaihi prayatataha cha. Yatataha means actually yatnam, who are constantly they are putting effort to maintain and keep their that daivi gunas. Same words only, but he extra indriya upasamharam, okay, damam, samharam, and shamam, mental, introvertedness. Then daya, ahimsa. If you want to show the daya, there should be ahimsa practice in you. No himsa, I should not hurt. Anyway, ahimsa adilakshanaihi dharmaihi. If you practice all this, that is the yatataha, prayatataha. Then, so in this way, they live. Okay. Mam bhaktya nityayuktaha. Okay. Nityayuktaha. So, bhakti word, with all these points are very important. This is not one day, one time, one particular day or night, not like this. This is a 24/7 preoccupation, not a part-time business. Only in the temple when I go, only when festival comes. No. What is the need of festival? What is the need of temple? You want to go to temple, but live wherever you are, with whomever you are, in any circumstance. So they are nitya yuktaha upasne. They are committed to this, so yuktaha, nitya yuktaha. Nityam